Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how you fit steering spaces onto your Gen 1 Grand Vitara. Now you only need to do this when you're doing a body lift. If you're doing a suspension lift or anything like that, you don't need to. It's only when you go to a body lift. And I'll also explain to you today about the different types of steering columns and different types of steering spaces that are available for these cars. And then I'll do a quick run through of how you install them, and yeah. Alright guys, we're going to get straight into pulling out the steering column, and just before we do, I'll just let you guys know, when you're pulling your steering column out, put your wheels straight so that when you put your modified steering column back in, everything just lines up and your steering wheel will be straight as you drive down the road. So when you're pulling your steering column out, first two things you need to do is take these two bolts out here, that one and that one. And then once they're loose, you go underneath your car and there'll be a bolt that is clamping splines together on your steering rack. Loosen that one off, and then you should hopefully just be able to pull the whole thing out. So we'll do that now. So this one here is the standard steering column that I've just pulled out of my car. And then this one here is the other style of steering column that comes out on the Grand Vitaras. Now this one here you can get steering spaces for, but I've only been able to find a steering spacer for a 1-inch body lift. I put it in and I made it work with my 2-inch body lift, but everything barely fit on and it just felt a bit tight, so I wanted to do it properly and get the correct steering column and spaces for the lift. And so this one here, you can fit these much longer. There's two of them, they fit in each side, steering spaces, and it just corrects everything better. So to fit these spaces is really quite simple. These bolts here, you pull those off on both sides, and then you remove this little standard spacer thing, and then you fit these straight into there, tighten up the bolts, and then it's good to go in the car. So once you've got the steering spacer in, this should be what it looks like. I forgot to mention before, the steering spacer should go on the steering rack side of the steering column. It probably doesn't make a difference either way, but that's just what I've seen. People have put it on the bottom side. So yeah, it's good to install now. This is what it should look like once you've reinstalled it. So there's your join, and then down there is your steering spacer. Exactly the same as how it came out, just extended. Alrighty guys, that's as simple as it is to install steering spaces on your Gen 1 Grand Vitara. I'll put links in the description to the steering spacer and steering column that I bought, so if any of you guys want to do the same thing, you know where to find them and where to get the right parts. Yeah, this is probably just a pretty quick short video, but hopefully it'll help some of you guys out there and answer some of the questions that I had when I was getting into doing a body lift. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've got any more video requests or anything you want me to do, just drop it down in the comments and hopefully I'll get around to answering them for you. Thanks guys.